that song. That is my jam. That's my jam. So listen, I've been swapped around with Leigh-anne to Trevor's disappointment right now, but that's not important. That is not important. What is important, though, is that Trevor and Celeste have been going around the country being part of a very great campaign that's called #TalkAboutToilet, and they're here to talk to us about it today, and it highlights the effects of poor sanitation all around the world, and especially right here at home in South Africa, and they've been doing it through a comedy showcase. Take a look at this.
So I know we all like a little bit of toilet humor every now and again, but poor sanitation really is no laughing matter. World Toilet Day was created to raise global awareness of the daily struggles for sanitation that a shocking 2.5 billion people face every day. You know, it's funny to laugh every now and again, but it's important to remember that this is quite a vital issue.
To drive awareness of World Toilet Day and South Africa's sanitation crisis, Domestos engages with the public to highlight the sensitive issue. Comedians like Celeste, Ntuli and Trevor Gumbi cleverly uses toilet humour as a hook.
Christine, seeing that we're celebrating World Toilet Day today, why did Domestos decide to launch the Cleaner Toilets, Brighter Future campaign?
In South Africa, there's about 24,000 schools, and less than a third of those have flushing toilets. In some of these schools, they have over 1,000 learners and no working toilets at all. So Domestos decided to take a stand, and about 4 years ago we launched the Cleaner Toilets, Brighter Future campaign, where we looked at improving sanitation in many schools around South Africa. And to date we've improved sanitation and influenced over 22,000 learners.
So how exactly does a cleaner toilet translate into a brighter future for a school-going child?
So we find that once there's improved sanitation, the attendance at school increases and the learners are then able to concentrate more on their studies and improve on their future.
To date, Domestos has refurbished about 16 toilets in the Gauteng and KZN regions. How far do you want to take the project next year?
So we'll definitely continue the project into next year, but our goal by 2020 is to improve sanitation to 1.4 million learners around South Africa.
Why did you decide to bring comedians to talk about a serious matter like this?
So we had to increase the awareness on the sanitation crisis. Around the world, there are over 2.5 billion people that do not have access to improved sanitation. And what better way than to bring the comedians to shed light on a serious matter that is actually not a laughing matter at all.
Because the aim was to start a public conversation, the attendees were encouraged to talk and laugh about the issues of toilets and be aware of poor sanitation affecting SA.
I thought it was very nice, like it was very creative. Trevor Gumbi was funny. I loved the accent, the whole thing, you know, they did, yeah, it was on point.
This is an initiative that you don't know about. You know, you don't know about the problems that schools have with regards to sanitation. So it was cool, you know, to find out about that.
Comedy is an easy in, you know, it allows people to laugh, let their guard down, and it just creates the platform to chat about something that's a bit intense. So it was a nice way for us to just sit back, relax, and then also take in the seriousness of the matter. So perfect marriage, if you ask me.
The importance of good sanitation cannot be overlooked, especially for schools and the learners. For the good work they're doing in the fight for hygiene, top marks are awarded to Domestos.
Domestos. Kills germs dead.
So here we are talking about a very, very important cause that needs to be highlighted all across the world and indeed in South Africa. And World Toilet Day is just around the corner, and that's why we have these two guys here. Trevor, you've been a very busy man this year. As
yes,
you are very busy right now. You've been doing a lot of things, luckily.
Yeah.
But you decided to get involved with this World Toilet Day awareness campaign. Tell me why.
Right, dude, it's at World Toilet Day. Although we try to make light of it, it's quite a serious matter.
Sure.
It's poor sanitation is like it's global. It's not a South African problem.
Yeah. And
lots of people go through it, and people don't understand that proper sanitation is a basic human right.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? There's 2.5 billion people in the world suffering from poor sanitation. Wow. And children are the people that get harmed the most from poor sanitation-related diseases.
Yeah.
People who can't stand up for themselves and say, this is not right, we need proper sanitation, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And it's something to me. I've got kids. You know I've got kids, man.
Yeah.
Jamie and Jody, they're 7 and 8. And they can't say to me, Daddy, that bathroom is not right for us, you know? We should be the ones giving them the basic human right.
That's so true, dude. But so what can be done, or what are the things that have been done to try and alleviate this crisis? Because it's all good and well talking about it, and we've read in the newspapers people throwing feces and whatnot. That obviously highlights the epitome of where it's gotten to, where people just can't take it anymore. Yeah, well, what has been done?
Well, as far as people throwing feces goes, just put doors on your bathrooms. That's
a basic thing to start off with, yeah?
But no, honestly, since inception in 2011, what Domestos has done, Domestos came on board and made sure that people are aware about World Toilet Day, which happens on the 19th of November. And they've highlighted the plight of people around the world who have poor sanitation. And now it's up to us to spread the word and say, this is right, that is wrong.
True that. And so 19th of November is when it's happening, Celeste. What's going to be happening on that day exactly?
We're going to be visiting a school in Mamelodi where Domestos has been involved in making sure that the sanitation in the school is proper and they've renovated toilets. So we're going to be going to the school and some people are going to be doing other things, maybe making sure other schools are clean, have clean toilets. Because I'm from that type of school. I'm from those old schools where toilets were just horrible.
Exactly.
And they didn't even have anyone that cleans them and stuff like that. So we're going to go to Johnson Kotole?
Jan Kotole,
God, Zulu just does not want me to say that word.
Doesn't want to let you be
I've been talking to you and thinking, what is Kotole? Kotole. Okay, yes. We're going to John Kotole primary school.
Okay.
Me and Trevor, we're going to be there in Mamelodi.
Trevor and I.
Well, there we go. Thanks, Trevor, for that grammatical correctness.
Listen,
before you guys get into this, this is what happened on stage. Calm down, calm down,
It's not only her who went to a mediocre school.
This is very important.
My bathroom didn't have two-ply.
This is very, very important. No, hold on. We'll get to that just now, because obviously it was a very, very bad issue in your life. But what can we, as the public, do to get involved and actually make sure that this campaign doesn't go by without there being a difference made?
Well, definitely, it's one of those things that most people will get involved by looking at the nearest school and the things that, if you can make a difference in whatever way that you can, that would be better. There are people who go to school and then maybe they make donations about uniforms and stuff like that. Maybe some other people make donations on sanitation for schools. Because for girls, it's very, very hard thing. You know, there are certain things as women that we go through every month and you need a proper sanitation.
Exactly.
And if you don't have that at school, you'd rather not go to school.
And we need children to be going to school right now.
So it is kind of important,
Fantastic.
as much as it's one of those, but it runs with the basic human right needs, and it's water and proper sanitation. Everyone needs
That's really
that.
great.
And use Domestos products.
Oh my God!
You know what? I'm very proud that you guys have decided to take your skills that are obviously making you loads of money. You can leave him here, but you're putting those to good use to make a real difference in our community. We'll be chatting to these two a bit later on. Leigh-Anne might be back if you behave yourself, Trevor. But right now, Graham, what's happening in your corner of the studio?